I cast Sunfall. I turn all my creatures sideways and attack you for lethal. Alright, let's make them mad. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My turn. Do you want to just make all your aggro and control opponents mad? Then check out this deck right here. That's right, we are playing Jeskai Legends today, and I am playing this deck because I am taking advantage of our favorite Kieran Spirit, Hinata Dawn Crown. I bet you haven't seen this one in a while, but I've actually found that pairing this with March of Swirling Mist can be quite powerful as far as protecting us from board wipes, or also just removing opposing creatures from the battlefield temporarily to let us get through our damage or stop them from getting lethal on us. Hinata is a good creature by itself. It's a 4-mana 4/4 flying trample, so I mean it's not like it's bad without March of Swirling Mist. But when we have a March of Swirling Mist, the way that Hinata works is it reduces spells we cast by 1 for each target. So that means that March of Swirling Mist costs 1 per target, and therefore it only costs 1 blue mana if we have a Hinata on the battlefield. So we can literally phase out any amount of creatures, an infinite amount of creatures, as long as Hinata is on the battlefield for 1 blue mana, and that is powerful. What's really nice about this list is we've just got a fantastic curve. We've got Skrull on 1. We've got great 2-drops in the 2-drop slot. We're playing Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel, Inti Seneschal the Sun, and Denick Pious Apprentice, as well as a playset of Lightning Helix from the new set, because Lightning Helix is just so good, and it's a really great way to either close out games that maybe we're missing that last few damage, or making Mono Red cry. And we all know how much I love to make Mono Red cry. We've also got a couple of Lorn of the Third Paths in the deck to help deal with pesky artifacts and enchantments, a couple Adelines, and a couple of Neem Bacalls because they're just really good. And Breaches is one of the interesting includes here. I'm actually playing Breaches because it's a relatively solid threat on its own. It's a 3-mana 3/3 first strike. And then whenever a pirate you control attacks, you can create a treasure token or make a creature unable to block, or we get to basically draw a card. This is particularly powerful because we do have a Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel. So we can curve out by going, turn 1 Skrull, turn 2 Malcolm, turn 3 Breaches, attack with Malcolm. We get to draw a card, discard a card, make a treasure, or stop them from blocking our Malcolm, depending. But most of the time we're going to make a treasure if we have a Hinata in hand. Because if we have Hinata and March of Swirling Mist, then we can play the Hinata for 4 mana and then have the treasure to cast the Swirling Mist to protect our stuff from their turn 5 board wipe, even if we're on the draw. So the deck is just really fun. We're also playing a couple copies of Aurelia, the Law Above from the new set, because she's just a fantastic top-end threat, and we make a lot of tokens, and a lot of time we either get to at least draw a card or deal 3 to them and gain 3, which is basically a free Lightning Helix to their face. And then, of course, my pet copy of Elesh Norn, because I just love this card so much, and I feel like against any kind of aggressive deck, this card is just a house, and we make enough tokens to be able to actually take advantage of her second ability, flipping her over to make 5 2/2 incubator tokens that get +1/+1 and double strike on the following turn. The deck is a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of success with it, and it is spicy, very spicy and fun. So let's get into some games so you can see how spicy this is for yourself. All right, let's see who we can get lost in the mist first. Haku. All right, Haku. We get to go first. This is a little slow. I think I'm going to mulligan. This is worse, technically. All right. So we're going to put back Lauren and March for now. And we're going to hope that this 1, 2, 3, 4 is good enough. As far as headquarters for this, that's a pretty good free drop. Might play that instead of Breaches. I probably should have flashed that in on their turn. What was I thinking? The whole mulliganing to 5 making me sad. What? What is this nonsense? All these tap lands and a Ascendant Pack Leader? Right. Oh, we'll get in there with a Luring Scoundrel. Probably won't block our gnome. Draw. Discard Dennet because we can cast that from the graveyard. And then if we don't draw a land, the next turn we can play Breaches and get a treasure. So we can eventually cast this Hinata. Be pretty sweet to win this on a Mull to 5, but this should just show how good the curving in this deck can be. Oh, it's a domain aggro deck. Okay. Gotcha. We did not draw the land. I'm going to play Breaches. We are going to just get in with Malcolm. Make a treasure. Opponent blocks one of the gnomes. That's fine. Oh, they're blocking two of the gnomes. Okay. I'll take a free Ascendant Pack Leader Death. I'm actually going to discard the land because we might want this Lauren of the Third Path if they are playing Leyline Binding. You want to have a way to remove that. Flourishing Bloomkin. Interesting. I hadn't thought about that in this list, but this with if they start out with the ley line, this technically gets +1/+1 for each land they control. That's pretty sweet. So let us play Hinata. I think we get in like this. We make the Neshoba Brawler unable to. Well, we can actually choose two things. So Neshoba Brawler can't block, and we'll make a treasure. Not bad for a Mull to 5. The opponent's gonna block like that. Take quite a bit of damage here. We get to draw and discard. Discard the land. Keep a hold of this Lauren. And I'm feeling pretty good. Awaken the Woods. Alright, so the Bloomkin is a 5/5 now. 6/6. That is fine. We've got enough damage and then some to get through that. Alright, let's do it. Flourishing Bloomkin can't block. Exile the top card of our library. That should do it. Boom. Not bad for a Mull to 5. All right. BTE 1102 is going on, my friend. We get to go first. Wouldn't be terrible if we had a regular white mana. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll keep this because we can discard one of these Hinatas to the NT. Blue land for the opponents. Here's a Skrull. Can play NT. See if this is mono blue or blue white tempo. Light Van. Fading Hope. Fading Hope. You got it, sir. Right to the top. Probably found another land. We probably get countered here. Nope. All right, we'll play a Skrull. Moment of truth for the opponent. This is your moment of truth. They bend a change the equation. All right, so this is probably mono blue, and they're like all in on the Djinns and the Tolarian Terrors. Right. Really need a land. We're gonna get in there with NT. Discard this extra Skrull. I'd rather discard the extra Skrull than the extra Hinata here. Hopefully we find a land off top. That's not a land. It is a castable. Opponent is choosing not to do anything. So we'll try to cast the Saddleline. Thirst for Discovery. So it's not getting countered. That's good. Mono Blue has a tough time dealing with the board once it's there. So they can put down like a bunch of Tolarian Terrors if they have them. There's a Haughty Djinn. Now they have 1 mana counterspell. There's a land. Now, if we attack like this, hit a dude, I'm going to discard one of these Hinatas. Right, yeah. So let's discard a Hinata. Put a counter on Inti. There's another land, but we already got a land this turn. So let's see if he wants to. If he blocks, he's not. So he's not blocking. All right. I don't even know if I need to play the Hinata here. I think I'm going to though. I mean, he's probably got a counter spell, but might as well make him use it, right? Oh, consider it's gonna resolve. Boy, he has just not had the counter spells, and now we can protect it with Skrelv. I mean, he could definitely have like a billion Fading Hopes, but there's a Tolarian Terror. But unless he has a counter for this March of Swirling Mist, that's not going to be good enough. We can just remove all of his stuff. He's just going to get in with the Djinn? Nope, he's going to pass. All right. We find another land. So this has Ward 2. So we need to pay 3 mana total for this March. So we're going to pay 2. This leaves us enough mana to pay for the ward. And then, so he has a Spell Pierce, but we have the mana to pay for it. Does he have a second Spell Pierce? He does. Okay, well, in that case, it's still lethal because I can just make the Adeline unblockable. Hey, so glad you're still here. You're so awesome. You know what would make me really happy though? If you hit that like button and that subscribe button, that would make me super happy. Like this. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Callan TV. Are we on TV, Callan? If we are, hi, Mom. Opponent's going first. You don't have a play for 2 turns. I think we're still going to mull it. This is much better. We need a red mana, but we've got 2 plays that we can play without the red mana. We will put Aurelia back since that's the most expensive card. Green mana for the opponent. Ascendant Pack Leader. We draw the... Where we just put one to the bottom. There's only 2 in the deck. Ace of the Shattered Pact. Another one of these decks. Somebody must have played this on stream today. Okay, we will play Ganjo. I want to play Denick, but I feel like they're going to play something to grow the pack leader, and then I'm going to regret it, so we're going to hold off and play Malcolm instead. Because if they grow the pack leader here, then we can't really... Okay. Wonder what that could be. A lot of things. Take the 2. Play the Malcolm. Hopefully we just draw land. There we go. Lands are good. Play a Neem Call. Get in there for 2. Start growing the Neem Call. I'm just going to block the gnome. Bye-bye, gnome. We don't need another Neem Call, I don't think. They may fight the one that we have, but I'm not going to keep an extra... they find a ley line, so they have Case of the Shattered Pack next turn online. No blocks. So we need to deal with them quickly. So this gives flying, double strike, and vigilance until end of turn. pretty good. I think I'm gonna play Elishnor here. Get in there with Malcolm only. Now they have to pay life for blocking. I'm sure they weren't thinking about. Let's discard Dennett because we can cast that from the yard. We need the land. Oh, it's a tap land. Leyline Binding. That's unfortunate. So that's gonna snatch our Elishnorn probably. Yep. The Shoba Brawler. They can give the pack leader double strike and flying. Doesn't kill us, but it's definitely not good. It notably does not give trample though, so we should consider that. All right, so I'm gonna get in with the Malcolm first. Make the 3 tokens. They can block them all, that's fine. I mostly just want to get the discard trigger here. Grove is not fantastic. Discard Aurelia. Suppose we are playing Hinata. I don't want to block with Hinata, but we kind of don't have a choice. Well, they can give the Nishoba Brawler the flying and double strike it as trample. Unfortunate. They do the smart thing. Yep. All right. That's lethal. GG's. Leyline of the Guild Pack, man. Pretty good. All right. Exel. Opponent's going first. We have Sprelv, Helix. This doesn't feel bad for going second. We'll keep. Plaza, Sprelv. Opponent deduces. Let's play a Plains, and we'll get in there with Sprelv since we're not protecting anything with it. Consider. Consider again. They're so considerate. Neem Pakal. I like a Neem Pakal. But we're not going to play a Neem Pakal this turn because we would have to attack with Sprelv, and they're playing black, so they probably have removal. So we'll play Lauren first. That way we have something to attack with to trigger our Neem Pakal. Does not require us to give up our protection. Mind Splice Apparatus for the opponent. Man, do I wish I had not played my Lauren all of a sudden. All right, well, let's play the Seachrome Coast, get the tap land out of the way, play a Neem Pakal, get in there with Lauren, and hope they don't have a board wipe. Does it cost 1 less? So they can cast it this turn. Please don't have the new board wipe. Please don't have the new board wipe. Just give me 1 more turn so that I can march my board away. I believe that maybe singing, it seems to be working. Sometimes if I sing to them, then they're nice and they don't do bad things to me. Stormcarve Coast. All right. Well, get in there. Urtai Resurrected. So they're going to counter the trigger? That seems really wasteful. Like I get to draw a card, and I'm just gonna Lightning Helix the Urtai. Because I can still march for 2. If they board wipe, I can still march for 2 and save Lauren and a Neempakal. Actually, I might save Skrelv and a Neempakal. Alright, so now we have march for a lot. Try this again. Another Urtai. Let us draw all the cards. And a Leshnorn. I will Lightning Helix your Urtai again. Boy, this is getting repetitive. Pass the turn. All their spells cost a whole lot of nothing. Invasion of Fiora. Destroy all legendary and all non-legendary creatures. Well, march our stuff away. Look at that. They can kill our gnome. Sorry, gnome. I have to consider... No, I don't, because I can just Plaza. The damage is worth it. Lethal! Good game. Right. Optimuses. We get to go first. A little slow. Maybe we find a 2-drop. Ah, man, can we have... I hate mulliganing on the play. I think we have to, though. This is much better. What do we put back? I guess March. I'm gonna play the Stormcarved Ghost first. I would like to play Skrelv on 1, but not having a play on turn 2 is worse. So we'll play this, play Dennick. If the opponent has a cut down, they do not. I love these cookie sleeves. They do apparently have a go for the throat, though. That's unfortunate. Right. There's an Neempakal, but I think I'm going to play a Skrelv first. And pass. Because getting a Neempakal removed is bad. Invasion of Amonkhet. Is this an enchantment? No, it's just it's a battle. We have to discard something. We'll discard Lauren of the Third Path, because right now I don't think it's super useful. Find a 4th land. So I'm tempted to play Hinata here. I think I'm gonna play Hinata here. Because I don't... If I play a Neempakal, I have to attack with Skrelv. And that means I can't protect the Neempakal. So here I can protect Hinata from whatever removal they have. And they have to spend an extra mana to kill it anyway. And then next turn I can play a Neempakal and attack with the Hinata. Subterranean Schooner for the opponent. Play a Neempakal. Counter. Dost thou have a counter, good sir? It appears they do. Oh, Fairy Mastermind. That's fine. Do I attack? If I attack and they play another creature next turn, then they can crew the Schooner and attack the invasion and get back either a 4/4 Preacher or my Aurelia. That's not good. I think we're going to hold back until I can Lightning Helix this Mastermind. They play another invasion and make us discard the Helix. That would be unfortunate. Can't currently. Okay, yeah, they can't really do a whole lot with our board state. That's fantastic because that lets us also have some indestructible. So now we can get in with Hinata. I think it's worth the risk. They're gonna crew the Schooner, which is fine. Now I can actually kill the Schooner because they're gonna block the 1/1. They'll put a stop at the end of turn. They may have another Fairy Mastermind in hand, but they sacrifice make. That's fine. We will not pay. Fine. That's fine because now they still have to play a creature this turn to crew the Schooner, and that doesn't beat the battle. They have a Gix and a Spyglass Iron, which they will use to. Oh, but they're not. See, they should have. That wasn't smart in my opinion. What they should have done, and because they have that on top, what they could have done is crewed the Subterranean Schooner and then put the map token on the Schooner and then forced us to block with our Anima Call or allow them to get their invasion flipped. I mean, this is definitely not going fantastically well either way, because we have to let this 3 damage through. But depending on our draw, like if we just found a March of Swirling Mist, I was just about to say. All right, so we played Dennick. That is fantastic. We'll get in there with Hinata. Trigger the Anima Call. They take 5. And I mean, they've only got 1 unknown in hand, so they play Preacher. Is that last card a counter spell? Finally gonna get to make somebody mad with this March. Because with this 1 mana, they're not thinking we have an answer. Let's let them go to combat. They send both at the battle. Let them target with the... Then boop, 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 boop. Is their last spell a counter spell? Is it a make disappear? They have something. Ah, we got it. Yeah. There we go. March plus Hinata. All right, and we're back for the post-game wrap. I would have liked to have gotten more games in for you guys, but unfortunately, you know, I've been playing a lot of decks and trying a lot of things, so I was only about able to get a little over 40 matches in. But in the 40 matches that I got in with this final version of the deck that I decided to play on the videos today, we were at 55% win rate and weirdly a 57% rate on the draw. So the deck is a lot of fun. I'm sure that if I actually put in the time and get some more matches in, the deck is probably going to be somewhere closer to the 58 to 60% win rate. But I'm really loving this deck. It's a lot of fun. It's super spicy, and boy, as you can see in some of those games, it is very fun to just blow our opponents out of the water when they're least expecting it, because this is not the kind of deck you're expecting to see March of the Swirling Mist in very often. So I hope that you enjoy the games. I definitely enjoyed playing them for you, and I hope that you have as much fun trying this deck out as I did.